Good afternoon. A little bit of an earlier start because I wanted to take advantage of nobody being home. The two other people who live here, they make so much noise, and they're never quiet when I ask them to be, so we may have to adjust my stream schedule a little bit to work around their schedules, but it's okay. Today I figured I've had a few small Lego sitting around. So let's go ahead and get them done so I can get them onto the display shelves. Here's what I've got today. As you can see, I've got the Ravenclaw. This will be our finale. I've got the two of the three Star Wars mechs. I've got Boba Fett and Darth Vader. And the Stormtrooper, I was out of money that day, so I didn't get the Stormtrooper yet. I'll probably end up building that one off stream. Unless I have, like, because these are small enough that they're not a whole stream on their own. And then you can see I have two Ninjago polybags and a Marvel Shang-Chi polybag. So let's go ahead and get into the builds. And because we figured out the way I'll be doing builds, why am I showing that screen? Hold on. Though we're gonna do the three micro dragons first. And we're going to do them one bag at a time. So, we'll start. We'll start with this one, which is the Ninjago mini green mech dragon miniature. The full-size version of the set is like big, but this is the little version. And the reason I have this, even though I'm not totally into Ninjago, the reason I bought this is because this was, when I was learning how to use the computer Lego, this was the first set I built in computer Lego. So I figured I wanted to get the real thing to commemorate that. So I bought this, but the Bricklink seller that I bought this from had a minimum buy, and this came just short, which is why I bought the other Ninjago mini dragon that you'll see in a little bit. So let's go ahead and open it up and start building. As you can see, I've pulled out the brick separator from the other day in case we need it. And these are poly bags, so they'll just function as singular bags, and I'll just dump everything out. I'll just stick that down there. As you can see, here's all the pieces for this first dragon. Let's go ahead and I was able to put the table in a little bit of a better position today. I'm still working on experimenting for the tabletop. But since I'm doing the rest of my Lego today, I don't actually have any other tabletop activities planned, for now at least. But at least we know we can do them when I have them come up. So this step also says I need this joint piece up here. And then it's got these little blue transparent 1x1 round plates. I like how Lego uses the 1x1 round plates to simulate vehicle lights, engines, eyes, things like that, because they look good and they simulate the effect well. And these pieces are tiny pieces, so I know it's a bit hard to see through my fingers what I'm doing. But at least with this setup, I can keep everything better on camera, rather than the way I was doing things the other day with that other set. I think in terms of number of pieces, this is the dragon that has the most total pieces. Let's see, 39. It's close. But the other two dragons have something that this one doesn't, which is a minifigure. So I have 7 total minifigures we'll be adding to the collection today. My Lego family. 2 Star Wars, 3 from Harry Potter, 1 from Ninjago, 1 from Marvel. Interesting use of the Technic ball joint pieces. That's a common occurrence on posable animal figures that they do. Alright, so here's the first body section. Alright, now we're starting on what looks like it might be the neck. And here's this funky piece with joint bits. Yeah, I think this is going to be the neck. Unless we're building from the front to the back. But I think we're building from the back to the front. I'm not sure. There's another piece. There it is. And it's just, this pops on like that. Oh, that's a nice joint there. You can see how the piece moves around. This is going to be nice and tight and posable. I like that. So now it looks like we're working on the arm sections. And by arm, I mean front legs, because this is quadrupedal. Now this dragon doesn't have wings. This dragon uses engines to fly, because if I understand the source material correctly, it is some kind of robot. No, I want to use the correct pieces. And then we build the mirror image of that to be the other front leg. Like this. Oh, I missed a piece. That's supposed to be on there like this. This one will go on this side like this. And that's the first page of instructions. So let's come on down to the second page of instructions. And it looks like we're supposed to fold these straight down in front of the engine bits like this. And it's not standing properly because it doesn't have all its body sections yet, but let's keep going. We take this piece you often see under cars for where they put the wheel axles in. And I see, like the other day, I'm dropping frames while running camera. I wasn't dropping frames while running the computer Lego. So I will be watching playback for this stream, probably. I may take a break from using the camera until we figure out our internet issues. But for now, I'm going to keep going. Alright, we just went back to green. I don't know what that means. Hopefully that was a one-time thing. It isn't regular throughout the stream like it was the other day. Alright, so this section will pop onto the back like this. And then we start working on some back legs. We're green right now, so hopefully we'll stay green. Hold on a second. That piece just yeeted out of my fingers. It doesn't matter how well I'm gripping a piece, there's always a piece that decides to yeet. What was I working on? This right here. It tried to do it again, but I caught it this time. I'm just checking my playback real quick. Alright. Yeah, I'm lagging again. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do the 3 mini dragons. And if I'm still seeing a lot of red, I'm going to cut stream and we'll do the other Lego another day. Because at least with the Star Wars mechs, maybe what I'll do is I'll pick up the other mech and we can do that as a stream. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I think what I'll do is we'll do the rest of the mini dragons. We'll consider this one a camera test. And then we will revisit Lego another day because I'm now up to about 30% dropped frames so far. So let's go ahead and just do the dragons today. At least I'll get 2 minifigures out of it. I'll get the red ninja from Ninjago, and I will get Shang-Chi from Marvel. Alright, so now it looks like the next thing to build is his head. As you can see here, the body shape of the dragon is coming together nicely. Right now we're working on the head. Yeah. We'll see where the frame rate is when we finish the third dragon before I decide how to proceed. But I have a feeling we're going to just do the dragons today. Yeah, we're red again. That's like the third time I've noticed us going red. We're only on the first dragon. Not to mention, build time is a little bit longer than I anticipated. Well, we'll see. Shouldn't mean anything. So this will pop onto the neck like that, and then we can lift his head a little bit like that. And now we have to build the tail section. Well, these little 1x1 slopes, they're so difficult to grip. But I do my best. So that goes like that. That goes like that. These two units pop together. And the whole tail assembly will go onto the back like that. And we have here one more. It says I'm supposed to have one more of the joints, but I don't. Did I get shorted a piece? Dudes, I got shorted a piece. No, it didn't. It rolled off the table. Silly me. But hey, I'm supposed to have one of these little dagger pieces to make the tail, and it gave me two. I might be able to use this with the minifigure in the other set. We'll see. We'll pop this onto the back here, and we are technically done, but there's an assortment of extra pieces here. So I am going to slip these back in the bag. And there's our first dragon. I'll show you a closer look in a second. Again, the reason I chose this dragon is because this is the first dragon that I built with computer Lego. Here it is up close. Let's see if I can position my... And it's got posable tail, posable legs, it's very posable. Alright. Let's set him off to the corner here by the brick separator. And we'll move on to this dragon who comes with the red ninja. This is a fire dragon, and you'll see some of the transparent red fire pieces in here. Yeah, no. Connection's definitely still bad. Alright, here's the instructions for the second dragon. So this one, as you can see, is also a Ninjago dragon. This is from the main line of Ninjago. The green dragon is from something called the Ninjago movie. And this dragon, unlike the other one, actually comes with a minifigure. This one comes with the red ninja. So let's take a look here. We'll start by putting our little ninja guy together. He's got leg printing, that's cool. He's got a nice detailed torso print as well. So the head. Oh, and look. He's got printing on his back as well. And that's what he looks like before you put his mask on. He's a nice detailed ninja. I'm assuming by the detail pieces sitting in front of me that he is the fire-themed ninja, because this is definitely going to be a fire dragon. And there he looks like with his mask. And he came with these weapon stars. But you know what I'm going to do? They're meant to be taken apart, but I think I'm going to give him one and let him hold it as is. And then in his other hand, so he's got a. I'm improvising here with the weapons. In his other hand, I'm going to give him the leftover golden dagger from the other dragon. So he's got a throwing blade and a dagger now. Alright, let's get into the dragon proper. Starting with this piece, that's going to form the underbelly of the dragon. And this dragon, based on what's said on the bag, has a lot less pieces. So yeah, I'm dropping frames yet again. When I do, well, at least I found out that we're supposed to be getting an internet upgrade here in the next week or two. So I'll go ahead and buy the Stormtrooper mech, and then we'll do the Star Wars mechs as a stream, and maybe I'll get the other house banners and do that as a marathon stream. We'll see what my budget's like. Or I might end up building that off camera. I have to decide what I want to do, since I won't be able to build them today as planned. Okay, that's an interesting use of slopage. So this looks like it's the main body piece of the dragon. And it looks like there's a little seating area for the ninja. Let's proceed with the build. Okay, here we have 1x1 slopes again. They're hard to grip, but well, not too bad. There's only 2 of them. I once had a Lego set which had like 55 of these things you had to line up properly. That was not fun. So there's the neck, I guess. Yeah, because this next section looks like it's the head. Interesting. There's a transparent pink piece for the inside of them. Interesting. And then we need this piece. I know it's hard to see. These are tiny 1x1s that I'm working with in this step. So even though I technically have it on camera, my hands are blocking the way because my hands are so much bigger than the pieces I'm trying to work with. That. And then there's there should be okay. So it's telling me I should use these transparent orange 1x1s for the eyes, but no, I did that wrong. That's supposed to be a regular orange. Yeah, if I look at it from the instructions, yeah, those are not the transparent ones. Alright. Glad I corrected that before it became difficult to do so. So here's a cute little dragon head, which we will attach to the dragon neck, like so. And of course the whole thing pops off, because my hand likes to eat things out of turn. Give me a minute. We're doing the piece dive again. I hate when this happens. I thought I saw it go this way. I see it. It yeeted all the way under my bed. But we got it. That was almost a disaster. And gave me quite a bit of panic as well. Alright, let's get everything back in position. And so the head of this dragon will go back on like this. Yeah, I'm definitely Butterfingers tonight. Even if lag weren't an issue, that would be cause for breaking up the plan. Okay, so it says we're supposed to build 2 of these leg sections. So seeing as he only has 2 legs, this one is more of a wyvern-shaped dragon, which is cool. There's all sorts of different dragons and traditional dragon shapes. The other one was more serpentine in nature, but quadrupedal. This one's a wyvern. And this last one looks like it's going to be one of those traditional Eastern style lung dragons, which are more serpentine in nature. So these legs are supposed to pop onto the sides like this and then fold down, and those clip pieces become their feet and claws. So there we go, like that. And then it's supposed to have this little piece in the back to make its tail. And that can flex up and down. And then we're supposed to put these gold pieces onto the side clips like this. And these gold pieces, and then so let's see which one's okay, so those are matching. So this one is the tail. Oh, dual molded transparent plastic for the wings and tail. That's really cool. You don't often see dual molding or transparent plastic unusual pieces like this. Non-standard pieces you don't usually see in poly bags. Even small sets, it's rare when they do things like this. And then these bigger dual molded transparent pieces go on the sides like this to become the wings. And there we go. Here's our nice little dragon. Here's our little fire dragon baby. One of these days I'm going to get a full-size dragon set. Lego's done a lot of full-size dragons over the years. Alright. You know what? These can rotate in the holders too, so what I can do is for flight mode, I can actually rotate these down and it'll give it the wings a little more dimension. And I just did that off camera. Let's take the extra pieces. And then let's do one more thing with this guy. Let's take our little ninja. Let's put him, and let's put him into a sitting position. And let me fix his face. His head wasn't aligned all the way. It's still not. Whatever. Let's sit him on the back of the dragon in the seating area, like this. And there you go. Here's a little Ninjago dragon rider. Baby fire dragon. Get him on camera a little bit better. Yeah, we're... Ooh, drop frames for the stream is up to over 40%. Let's do this last dragon and get out of here. There's our little ninja on his little fire friend. We'll set him over here with the other. And we will move on to our last poly bag, which is Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Great Protector Dragon. There's a big version of this dragon, too. This is my very first Marvel character in my Lego minifigure collection. And this one came with a few parts in a secondary bag. So this dragon is actually called the Great Protector. And there it is. And I'll come up here. Let's come up here. And these instructions, as you can see, are aligned vertically. So we're going to have to scroll a couple times. We'll start by creating Shang-Chi himself. And he's a very basic... But look, he's got a double-sided head sculpt. He's got this angry-looking action face, as well as this more neutral, almost happy face. Not quite happy, but neutral. Let's put him in happy neutral. And then we'll take his hairpiece and we'll stick that on. That's a nice hairpiece he's got. And he's supposed to hold this staff. And the instructions show him holding the staff in his left hand, which I think is pretty cool, because that implies that he fights lefty. And there's not a lot of lefties in Marvel, so I appreciate that as a lefty myself. And he's got a similar color scheme going to the going as the ninja in terms of his outfit. So there's his back, and there's his front. When I was thinking about rebooting my Lego collection, I never would have thought that Shang-Chi would be my first Marvel character, but here he is. I do have easy ways of getting some of my other characters, though, so maybe in the next couple months we'll start to see me get a few more Marvel and Star Wars and Harry Potter characters as well. That would be cool. So now we're gonna try to do these instructions. Oh, drop frames is like 50 now. 50. We're like up to 50%. I hope we can get through this dragon. Alright, scroll for the bottom half of this left side of this page. This is another dragon that only has 2 total pages of instructions, so we'll be coming through pretty quickly on this one as well. That's not the piece. This is the piece, I think. Wow, that piece is hard to grip, but we got it. Alright. That's cool. It uses this feather piece. This piece in black, this red piece you see here, in black, this was actually the wings of the statue on the front of the Black Pearl set many years ago. So I think that's cool. It's cool how versatile certain certain non-standard pieces are. And this dragon looks like also uses a layer of a rare light blue color, along with the reds and dark reds and whites and grays. This particular light blue shade is kind of rare, as far as I know. Yeah. No. I'm gonna kill stream after we finish this third dragon. I don't really have a choice. My internet is not cooperating. I will be watching the playback to see how bad this is. At least it was just the mini dragons and not the slightly bigger sets that actually matter to my display. Those streams I want to go off without any issue. So as you can see, the serpentine style of the body is coming together. And then we got one more little body section to build here, and then we will go on to the next page and finish him up. Alright, so that'll go on the front like this. As you can see, the body's coming together. We'll start the first quarter of the next page. Yeah. Well, at least with this dragon... Oh, I don't want to speak too soon. Hold that thought. Well, you don't know what I was going to say, but maybe you do, so I don't know. Okay, it looks like we're starting with the arms, and it looks like the leg sections are built using these motorcycle handlebar pieces. And these little bar clip pieces. Cool use of minimalist tiny pieces, abstract shaped pieces to make little details that otherwise would have been too small on the scale. I like clever piece usage like that. Gives a little more detail than you otherwise would expect at this scale. And then if I come down here, okay, now we're looking at the underside. Am I seeing this correctly? Yeah, I think I... You know what? That's clever. This dragon, according to the instructions, the bottom of what we've been building is actually the top of the body. Interesting. And then we have this section that looks like water. And the dragon in the movie itself, it does come out of a kind of a lake area. So the water here, the water piece underneath is kind of cool and expected, and I like it for that little bit of extra scenery. Let's do that. Hold on. And so according to this step, we're supposed to fold up his other body sections like this. And then we come back up to the top. And now we're going to build his head. We're going to build our third and final dragon head here. Oh, I'm off camera. I'm sorry. Not that you can see anything from my fat hands anyway, but at least we try. Oh, it wasn't working because I forgot a piece. With these tiny 1x1s, it's easy to miss in the instructions sometimes. But there we go. Nice little head detail. Well, that's interesting. That's clever part usage if I've ever seen it. It's got the classic Star Wars battle droid torso. In this context, being used to make the dragon's lower jaw. That's a clever part usage. Well, not the lower jaw, but the lower head where the lower jaw is can clip onto. And that's interesting. We're putting this tooth piece on the lower jaw, but even though it's the classic tooth piece, it's not actually a tooth. Yeah, that's not a tooth. We flip this whole thing upside down, and it becomes his lower jaw, and the tooth piece is actually used for a beard. That's a cool dragon head as well. And then we just have to create his horns. Which again, uses pieces that are a little hard to grip, but I think I got this. Um, Yeah, I'm probably not going to stream with camera again until we get this internet upgrade that's been mentioned. I but I didn't have any issues when streaming from computer Lego, so I may still try computer game streams and other computer applications. Alright, so final portions here. So the head will snap onto the top of the neck like this. And then we have this bracket piece here to make a little saddle. And according to the instructions, Shang-Chi can clip on to the little saddle like this. So he's really holding on with only one foot. But there we go. There's the final model. That looks pretty cool. And from the front, that's a cool dragon as well. So let me take off the leftover bits. And as I learned the other day, when I put things sideways, the camera has a chance of picking them up a little bit better. And I ended up not needing the brick separator, but that's okay. So there's our 3 dragons for today. Let's try. Yeah, no, that's not going to do anything. I'm just trying to make a nice arrangement for the, alright. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Not perfect, but let me go see if we got any raids going on today. Not a lot of music choices on this hour. And the one musician I know who normally goes on at 3 p.m. for some reason is not on right now. We can try... Let's try Kuyasai. Alright, I'm setting up the raid now. Alright, sorry we had to cut things short. This wasn't working well. And seeing how much time it took to build these 3 dragons, we wouldn't have been able to get through the rest of the sets in the time I had available today anyway. So, because I had budgeted 2 hours, and the mechs would have taken... Well, the mechs, each of the mechs has as many pieces as these 3 dragons combined. So the mechs would have taken 2 hours on their own. And then the Ravenclaw set has about as many pieces as the 2 mechs combined. So we made the right decision here, I think. Anyways, have a good evening, and I'll try again with see how the computer games go in the next couple days. Have a good night. Oh, it says I can't raid him. Who else is there? We can try Sashi Boom. It's been a long time since I've been to her show, so I don't know what to expect. But there's literally nobody else on right now that's on my list. So, and because of my lag, I can't do new discovery. All right, we're gonna try Sashi Boom. And when the internet's fixed, we'll look at the other Lego. Have a good night.
Uncle Eve, thank you so much for the raid. We're coming.